especially because I feel like so many people have this idea, and I definitely have felt this way too, that living in Hawaii would be so much more expensive than the mainland. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy from Rebel Nutrition, and today's video is going to be a fun what I eat in a day vegan, and I'm going to be taking you guys grocery shopping with me here in Maui, because on Instagram I get a lot of questions about the prices of food here and all about the cost of living in Maui, but I think this video is going to be all about food prices, grocery shopping, behind the scenes, what I eat in a day and what I buy for a week's worth of groceries, and the cost of a week's worth of groceries, eating mostly vegan, mostly plant-based here in Maui. It's gonna be a really fun video. Let me show you the view before I get going. So today I'm gonna be going to Costco, Whole Foods, and Target, as well as one of my favorite like to-go food places on the island, which you guys probably already know what it is if you follow me on Instagram, but it's my absolute favorite place to get acai bowls. So Eric and I are gonna go hit that up first and then head to the store. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, so we just got to my favorite place. You can see it back there, Choice Health Bar here in Lahaina. And if you live on Maui, or if you're visiting Maui, and especially if you're vegan or plant-based, you have got to come try this place out. Even if you're not vegan or plant-based, their food is amazing. I've been coming here like every single week, especially during the quarantine, just to support them, and their food is amazing. It's literally my favorite restaurant probably in Maui. Okay, so still quarantine time, so we have to eat our acai bowls in the car, but I thought I would show you guys what I got. So I always get the green buzz bowl from Choice, which is acai, berries, spirulina, which makes it like this black color. Check that out. Ooh. There we go. Granola, banana, goji berries, strawberries. It's so good. And I believe this bowl is like $14, but they use really high quality ingredients. Always missing it there. So good. Never gets old. I could eat this every day.
Up to you. Pretty rain of the window over there.
And then the life of an Instagrammer, I'm vlogging, and then I also obviously have to Instagram this. Let's see. Yum. So good. How's yours?
Really good.
Eric and I don't really eat out like pretty much ever. We've been just cooking kind of all of our own meals here since we've been in Hawaii, but this is kind of our one exception. We definitely like to come eat at Choice. Okay, I'm mashing mine up now. It makes it look ugly, but I like the taste better, I think, when it's mashed up. Tell me in the comments below, are you somebody who leaves your smoothie bowl really aesthetic, or do you mix it up? Eric leaves his bowl aesthetic. Wait, show your bowl now. This is Eric's bowl, this is my bowl. I also feel like that tells you something about your personality, just saying. I'm much more disorganized. It's always sad when it's over.
Oh-hoo-ho.
Oh-hoo-ho. And then the only downside is it makes your mouth like green. Off to Kahului to go to Costco, Target, Whole Foods. I will see you guys in a second. Alright you guys, back from Costco, just put everything away, and I wanted to show you something I'm really excited about because if you guys followed me when I lived in LA, one of my favorite things about LA was the convenience of just being able to get like pretty much all of my meals delivered, all of my groceries delivered, and I'm going to talk more about that and the availability of things like Amazon here in Maui in a little bit, but I wanted to show you because I found this meal delivery service. This isn't sponsored or anything, I actually am just trying it for the first time, so I'll let you know, but it's called Fresh and Lean, and surprisingly it delivers to Hawaii, so I'm pretty excited about that. It looks really good, and what I liked about it is that you could pick like how many meals you wanted, and then you could also distinguish between like if you wanted paleo, I think there was a keto one, there was a plant-based one, and then there was just like a protein plus or something. So Eric got the protein plus and I got the plant-based, so let me show you what they look like. So here's the box, and it's just, I think it was overnighted, and so it came in this like freezer box with ice. Obviously this isn't the most eco-friendly, but Mediterranean artichoke lentils, okay. What else do we got in here? Black bean tinga with tofu. Ooh, that looks good. So I have no idea if those are gonna be good or not, but honestly, since we got to Maui, we've been pretty much cooking every single meal at home, which is very unlike me. I definitely prefer to have, I like healthy food, but I usually am working so much that I don't really like to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, particularly cleaning up. So I'll see how these are and I'll definitely let you guys know. All right, you guys, I figured now I could sit down and have a little chat with you about the prices in Maui and kind of compare them to what I was spending per week when we lived in LA. So what I did while I was at Costco is I went through and I showed you guys, I'm gonna insert some clips right here of all of the different things that I purchased and the prices of them. And the real reason that I do pretty much all of my shopping now, all of my grocery shopping at least at Costco, is that it is so much cheaper to buy all of your food at Costco when you're living in Maui. I mean, probably anywhere, but I feel like in Maui, it's almost just like a thing, like a insider secret, I guess. Like all the locals know that like you shop at Costco, because if you try and buy all of your groceries at, let's say, Safeway or somewhere else that's kind of like a more name brand grocery store, your prices are going to be way, way higher. And I think the reason that is because usually when tourists come out here, they recognize a place like Safeway and then that's where they go. They don't necessarily like go get a Costco membership to start shopping at Costco. So honestly, and at the end of this, I'm gonna break down what I'm spending per week on groceries here in Maui versus what I spent per week on groceries in LA. And I think you guys are gonna be pretty surprised. And also I just wanted to point out that this week was a little bit different. I bought pretty much all of my produce at Costco, which, so this week was different in that I actually showed you guys a lot of Whole Foods produce as well. I know somebody reached out on Instagram and asked to see like what the produce section looks like. In a normal non-quarantine week, I would actually buy a large majority of my produce at the Upcountry Farmers Market. So that's another tip too, if you are trying to save money or just support local businesses, you're gonna get way better prices on produce, and it's just gonna be a lot higher quality. And another bonus is that you're supporting local businesses by buying your produce at the Upcountry Maui Farmers Market. So I really like to go there. It's a really fun kind of like weekend event, and there's so much good produce there, and it's really, really cheap. I mean, sometimes you can get like the big local avocados there for like $1 a piece. It's amazing, but right now I believe it's still shut. I think you can go, by the time this video comes out, it'll probably be open again, which will be really fun. I'll have to do a whole video on that. But I just wanted to throw it out there. Like obviously in this video, I'm showing you guys some shots of Whole Foods and things like that, but obviously that's not the place that you're gonna wanna shop if you're trying to, you know, buy a lot of produce on a budget. It's gonna be much more expensive at Whole Foods. I thought it would be fun to seek out some of the more specialty items that probably a lot of you guys buy regularly. I'm assuming that the prices, #1 at Whole Foods and #1 in Maui, are higher than what you're spending, but you'll have to tell me in the comments below where you live and if the prices seem a lot higher. So some of the things that I found at Whole Foods that I thought you guys might be interested in knowing the price of were things like Oatly, Ezekiel bread, Siete tortilla chips, I know that's a popular one. Different types of plant-based yogurts. Kite Hill cream cheese. And then also just a few different types of produce like organic apples, things like that. And then after our Whole Foods stop, I had to take a quick little pause to eat some lunch in the car again. This is becoming our new normal and I'm not sure how I feel about it, but we're going with it. With my absolute favorite beverage of all time, Kavita Lemon Cayenne. They are so, so good. And I also got a clip of how much the Kavitas are on Maui. And the cheapest that I've been able to find them has been at Target. So I'll insert the clip right here of the price I got for my Lemon Cayenne Kavita at Target, as well as a few other things like Health Aid Kombucha and some other things that I get at Target like PB2, Spindrift, and a couple other random things. So obviously I split my shopping this week between those three places. Again, you guys, I'm really curious how the prices that I'm showing you in this video compare to wherever you live, so definitely tell me in the comments below. Especially because I feel like so many people have this idea, and I definitely have felt this way too, that living in Hawaii would be so much more expensive than the mainland. And I'll get to this a little bit more in just a second, but what I've kind of come to learn as somebody who's lived here now 4 different times in my life, yes, you heard it, 4 times, I move a lot, I usually end up saving money when I live in Hawaii. And I think it's mostly because I cook a lot more at home, I don't go out to eat as much, I don't go out for drinks as much, and a lot of the kind of entertainment type of stuff in Maui is free. So I think that's really, really interesting. And I think I'm probably gonna make an entirely different video on the cost of living and talk about things like cost of rent, cost of, utilities, all that kind of stuff, and what the expenses of living in Maui are like versus what they were in LA. Let's get to some of the questions that you guys had on Instagram. And by the way, if you're not following me yet, please follow me on Instagram. Okay, one of the questions that I got, actually I got this one a couple times, was about the availability of organic and plant-based items. You guys, I am so blown away and so impressed by the availability of organic, local, and plant-based items here in Hawaii. And I think the reason is that people here really care about being sustainable, eating local, supporting local businesses, and a lot of people here are also plant-based or incorporate a lot of plant-based meals into their diet. So it's really easy to find. There are a lot of specialty health food stores. Now, one downside I will say about living in Maui is the availability for things like, and this was what I loved so much about LA, is being able to do grocery delivery from places like Whole Foods and Amazon Prime, and doing that like 2-hour delivery. So I'm kind of a procrastinator in the sense that like, I don't really want to plan what I'm getting at the grocery store. I just want to order it from Amazon Fresh or Amazon Prime and get it in 2 hours. And there are grocery delivery services here in Maui, but when I looked into it, it was about $30 for delivery. And it's not same day, it's usually the next day. So that's obviously still an option, but it's definitely not as instant and not as cheap as a big city. And then Amazon, we do have Amazon here, but I will say that most of the stuff that I've tried to order off of Amazon to get delivered to Maui, it would take at least a week, if not a month, to get here. So it's very delayed, I mean, for obvious reasons, but that is kind of one of the downsides. It's not as like immediate to get whatever you need. Oh, and another quick side note, I got some clips of this too. I wanted to show you the gas prices. So we fill up our truck probably once a week, and the gas prices at Costco are pretty reasonable. All right, you guys, so now I'm gonna do the comparison of loud birds, what I spend in a week on Maui for my groceries versus what I spent in a week for our groceries when we lived in LA. And so I will just do a quick disclaimer. What I'm talking about is all meals, all snacks, all food related items that I bought for both myself and Eric, my husband, for a week, both in Maui and LA. And so today I did the math after calculating everything that I bought at Costco. What I spend in a week in Maui is around $300. And what I was spending in a week in LA, which I was actually shocked when I did the math, was almost $600. And I am embarrassed to say that, but I think that it is because we would go out to eat a lot, definitely go out for drinks a lot more. Eric was also getting pretty much all of his meals delivered, and they were a lot pricier than the meal delivery service I just showed you guys. I was going to Trader Joe's like every other day just because it was right down the street and I was just getting what looked cool. I also did Whole Foods deliveries like a couple times a week, and then I also ordered from Amazon Fresh a few times a week. And that was the total that I got for the week. So that is insane. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's insane. It's really whatever your priorities are, and like I really prioritize like good food and like experiences over physical items, like, you know, just buying a lot of clothes. Or I mean, I like clothes too, but it's not like, I would much rather spend my money on experiences. And I also look at, you know, good healthy food as like, this has a return for me. I'm like total business speak, but it has an ROI, because when I feel good and I feel healthy, I am happier, I'm healthier, I have more energy, I can do better work in my business. So it really is important to me, and I think it's all about just like whatever your values are. So let me know in the comments below if you were surprised by that, and what, if you feel like telling me. I think it'd be really interesting to know where you live and how much on average you normally spend a week on groceries. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, you guys, if you liked it and if you want more Maui style videos. And as always, be sure to hit the red subscribe button and ding the bell so you get notified every time a new video comes out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back soon. Bye.